Hi, how are you? Hi. Hello! Hello, everyone! Hi. Hi, Shadow. Hi, Len. We are being Isekai'ed once again.
Brother, this guy stinks!
I do not stink. Why am I being bullied? Why am I being bullied? What is this? This is bullying. Excuse you? How dare? What did I do to deserve this? Oh, let me turn on the game audio. If I need to adjust anything, let me know. Hello! We are back at it again with Saintess of the Saintess of the Golden Bow. Can I read? Apparently not. This got an updated demo, and the creators reached out to me and were like, "Hey, you played our demo before. We have an updated demo. We'd like you to play again if possible." And I'm like, "Oh, sure, yeah. I can do that." And also, this is voice acted, so I don't have to read things. Ha 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 ha. My throat is saved. I don't have to read things. Yippee! Yippee! I have a link to the game that you can wishlist when the full release is out. I have it pinned on the YouTube and Twitch because I am multi-streaming. But yes, we are going to be hit by Truck-kun. We love Truck-kun. So 1 second, I am just seeing if I can possibly adjust my settings. On my face. But yes, I guess, I don't know, because my face is being kind of funky. I don't know why it's being kind of funky. It's always being kind of funky. But that's just how it goes, I guess. Maybe one day my face will not be funky. But let us begin! Oh, that emote is cute. That's Cope. You're Cope. Hi, Spencer. Hi. Alright. Other than the first 2 scenes, the game is partially voiced. So I do have to read.
Just my luck.
That's okay.
Have to be pouring now. Oh, I want to go home.
I did my mandatory bullying. I am out. How dare you? You don't want to stay for Isekai? He doesn't want to stay for Isekai. Also, hopefully you can hear everything. You can hear the voice acting. If I need to raise it, let me know. I do have to do a bit of reading. I thought I was free, but I was not. I still have to read. I run down the street, passing by shops that already closed long ago. Hunger gnaws at me. That's what I get for working late. I hold my bag over my head, but my attempts to block the rain from soaking me are futile. Cars speeding down the street kick up puddles that shower me in rainwater. This morning the weather report said it wouldn't rain, so I didn't even take an umbrella with me. Or even a hoodie. The damp cold seeps into my body, making me shiver. Brah!
This day sucks.
This day sucks. Wait, why does this look familiar? Because we've done this before. This is just an updated demo. We have done this before. But there is updates. But it's still not the full game. Yes, no, the creators reached out to me saying that they updated the game and they wanted to know if I'd like to stream the updated demo. And I said, sure. I enjoyed it. It's been a while. It has been a while, yes. My thoughts wander back to earlier, yet another work day where my boss yelled at me and I had to cover for my sick coworker on top of doing my own task. I didn't manage to complete all my assignments, hence the necessity to stay late at the office. This is where my parents don't appreciate my hard efforts. They didn't believe, I'm pretty sure they're like, they don't believe that I can get a high-paying job. If only I actually got overtime pay every once in a while. Today's Thursday, and I've already worked past closing three nights this week.
An office job sucks.
An office job sucks. I recently graduated from college and got this boring job where all I do is call people to sell them beauty products. Not my dream job at all. Or am I remembering incorrectly? But in today's market, I should be grateful to even have a job, shouldn't I?
Adult life sucks.
That it does. That it indeed does. Being an adult sucks. Had to pay for things that you don't want to pay for. But you need to. Because who else is gonna pay them? Nobody. Nobody but you. It hadn't taken me long to tire of the monotony of getting up in the morning, riding the subway to work. Oh, monotony. That's I said the word wrong. Riding the subway to work, spending all my days doing boring tasks, then coming home so exhausted that I
just want to curl up under a blanket and read web novels.
Be nice and cozy. Speaking of which, I got a notification on the web novel app that my favorite book was updated.
Being the heroine of a fantasy romance novel would be such an amazing life. Fighting to save a kingdom from impending doom, wielding magical powers, and falling in love with a hottie.
No, I don't want that responsibility. I don't want that responsibility. No, thank you. Yeah. I should take a look at the app. It's the only solace I get in my sad existence. Oh, that is a mood right there. I pull out my phone and unlock it. I open the app, looking at all the updates. I don't care that the droplets of water fall onto my screen. I just want to know how many new chapters are live.
I've got so much to read on the subway.
3 new chapters! And I'm almost at the subway entrance. Oh, just a little bit longer, and I'll be able to immerse myself in a much more interesting world than the one I live in. I run through the crosswalk, but I didn't look both ways before crossing the street.
What?
By the time I look up to see the light was actually red, not green, it's too late. I'm in the middle of the crosswalk with a truck driving straight at me. Should I take a step back or run forward? Quick! Think, Celine. Celine? I think it's Celine. I take a step back. And then she's dead. The end! Ba-da-bum-bum-bum-bum. It hurts. The pain, it's excruciating. My whole body hurts so much. I'm dying, aren't I? Wow, great game! 10 out of 10, speedrun record. I know! It's so fast! I'm dying, aren't I? The suffering is too great for me to handle. I need to make it stop. I need to let my life go. Next thing I know, I'm floating in a cotton-like substance. I feel comforted. Safe, even. Have I really died? Am I in heaven now? Do I not have to go to my boring office job and pay rent? Am I free? But I wanted to read the last chapter of my favorite author's new web novel. Now I'll never find out what happens to the heroine in the end. A chuckle escapes me, a loud sound in this quiet place. I'm pathetic, aren't I? I died, and now I'm just thinking of my hobbies, not my parents or my friends. Howdy! Howdy, 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 howdy. That is a weird request. Jasper! I'm angry at you, Jasper! I'm angry! So very angry. But welcome to the stream. Hi! Hi! We are reading. Oh. I don't know why the YouTube chat is not... There we go. Now the YouTube's chat is showing. You are on the screen. You exist too. Hi, Lean Box Gamer. Are you a Neptunia fan? Do you like Neptunia? I feel like you do. What is that sound? Yes. I had a feeling. Hi, how are ya? Sorry, it's a little scuffed for the YouTube chat. I only have so much space to put stuff. Razio! Hello! Napu napu! Napu napu! Napu! I'm gonna guess also that your favorite character, Liam Box Gamer, is Vert. I'm a Neptunia fan here, and I have all the games. Neptunia is great. I love Neptunia. I showed on my Twitter and my B Sky. I got a Purple Heart acrylic figure. I got like a magical girl Purple Heart, and it's very cute. And it made me also realize when talking to my friend that there is not a lot of modest Purple Heart figures. It is hard to find a figure of Purple Heart where her titties are not out. It's like the only one. The only figure where her titties aren't out. And it's not even like a real full-on figure. It's an acrylic figure. Only sexy. Only sexy. My favorite is Blanc. I love Blanc. Blanc is my second favorite. My first favorite is Plutia. And no, not Iris Heart. Not Iris Heart. Just Plutia. Oh yeah. Back to this. What is that sound? In the emptiness, I can hear someone singing. An angelic voice. I used to be Coconut's boyfriend. You have switched up. You're no longer Coconut's boyfriend. You're Vert's boyfriend. But Plutia is Iris. No. No, they are not the same. I will not accept this. No. The emptiness, I can hear someone singing, an angelic voice is calling to me.
You must fight on.
You must fight on. You have web novels to read, and anime boys to romance. I must, but I'm dead. I don't have anything to. I don't have to do anything. Suddenly I feel a pull. My soul gets grabbed and yanked towards a golden whirlpool. I scream, but no sound comes out of my mouth. It's like a Fluttershy scream. Yay! I close my eyes. The shifting reality around me makes me feel dizzy. When my senses return to me, the first thing I notice is the fresh scent of a forest. I open my eyes and look around. Lush canopies above trees above me. Lush canopies of trees above me sway gently in a light breeze. I read that kind of funny. I became smaller. I am small. I feel like I was like slightly taller before. But now I'm smaller. And purple. The design is so cute though. Very cute, very pretty. I like it. There's something heavy in my hand, and when I look down, I see that I am holding a simple hunting bow. My feet, clad in riding boots, sink into the damp green moss of the forest floor. It is a cute character. Very cute. I love the design. I'm not hunting, I realize. Be very quiet. We hunting rabbit. Wait, how is that possible? I just died and... It's been ages since I handled a bow. The last time I practiced archery was in middle school, back when my parents still could afford to spoil me. I also hadn't put on such high boots today for work, or these fancy pants or this jacket. This outfit almost looks like it belongs in a Korean webcomic. Where am I? What is this place? Oh, goodbye voice acting. Goodbye voice acting. Is gone. Bye-bye. We're gonna turn up the audio slightly. So you can hear the birds. I spin on my heel a few times, taking a better look at my surroundings. Woods as far as my eyes can see, a beautiful forest. I spin on my heel a few times, taking a better look at my surroundings. Woods as far as my eyes can see. Oh wait, I already read that. I'm going crazy. I take another glance at my outfit and run my hands through my long violet hair.
Who am I?
Oh, there is voice acting. It's back. I thought it was gone, but it's still here.
Celeste? Where are you, Celeste?
Let me turn down the volume. I realize I'm supposed to be hiding. Hiding from what or whom, I don't understand. I only know I must seek cover. The urge to disappear from sight is so strong that I don't even question it. If the song is too loud, let me know. I find a thicket of bushes and dive into them. From my hiding spot, I observe the situation, holding my breath. A handsome man with red hair tied back in a ponytail runs towards me. He's wearing some sort of fantasy armor And he has 2 thin swords on his hips. I recognize this person. This man is my knight. Levi. Parinfith. I can say names. Wait, I don't have a knight. I'm Selene. I'm a 21-year-old simple office worker. Fresh out of college with a job in sales. Am I still the person I was half an hour ago? Or am I fundamentally changed somehow? No matter how... Why can't I not read today? I can't read today! No matter my outward appearance, I'm still Selene. Levi turns left and right searching for me.
Celeste? Please, come out.
Oh goodness, your voice is very quiet. Let's see. I'm gonna raise. Okay, that should be better, I hope. There's also a loud car in the background, if you may have heard that. Where are they going? They're rushing. Failing to discover me, he runs off. I recognize this guy's looks from somewhere. The name Celeste is familiar too. I know Celeste. I remember that game. It gave me trauma. No. I couldn't have. Did I get reincarnated? Here? Out of all the books or games that have been the setting for my reincarnation, why did I have to end up in a BL tragic fantasy web novel? Why this one? Why the BL one? I want to be the romantic interest. Saint of the Golden Bow is the work's name. It was recently adapted as a webcomic. That's how popular it had become. The book used to be one of my favorites, but the world of this story is not a nice place to live. There's a war going on with a demon queen. And Celeste, why did I have to be reincarnated as her? What I just witnessed was the opening scene of the book before Levi is chosen to become the titular saint. He goes out hunting with his unrequited love, the lady he's serving. He's supposed to protect Celeste, but he loses sight of her at some point, and an ungodly sound makes the hairs on my skin stand up. It's a little floating goblin thing. The creature that made the sound appears to my right. It's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. An abomination. A demon. The imp's leathery wings flap in the wind. Flap in the air. Then the creature flies towards me. It has spotted me. This is the moment when Celeste Dequarius dies a miserable death to become part of Levi's tragic backstory. But I just died from being hit by a truck. I don't want to die again. Okay. Literally word for word. Same brain cell right there. Especially not in a scripted event where I'm supposed to just fade away so I can serve as a part of somebody else's tragedy. I may have frozen when the truck was driving at me. But no, I won't let death claim me again so easily. The imp is still far enough from me for it. The imp is still far enough away from me to attempt to save my life. I have to act quickly. The monstrosity is coming closer and closer. My hands are sweaty, and my arms are shaking.
I refuse to give up.
Dying just to be reborn, to die again. What type of isekai, what type of BS isekai role is this? Yeah, my previous save will just make a new area. Shoot the demon with the bow. Call for Levy's help as loudly as you can. Let's shoot him. Let's shoot him. Let's shoot him. We don't need Levy. We're strong, independent woman. We don't need a man. I pull an arrow, draw back, and aim at the imps flying straight at me. I take a breath and release it, focusing on how the bow feels in my hand, its heaviness. I stabilize my hold on the weapon. When I'm sure of my shot, I know I can't delay any longer. I send the arrow flying. Wait. Like, is there any other... I'm not dyslexic! I'm just like, is there any other font choice? Let's make it a little... Apparently dyslexic type is easier for me to read. Okay. Apparently this font is a little easier for me to read. The arrow hits the demon straight in its ugly little head. Screech! With a final frightening sound, the monstrosity falls to the ground. At least it's not Comic Sans. At least not. I breathe heavily, collapsing to my knees.
I did it!
Cause yeah, I was struggling to read that font a little bit. I thumped my balled up fist against the ground, feeling the damp moss beneath my fingers. I breathed deeply again. Taking in the smells of the gorgeous forest, they calm me down.
I'm alive.
For now. Tears rolled down my cheeks. I was terrified, but I survived. Hi, beady duck eyes! Hello! How are you? You got beady little duck eyes.
Celeste!
Celeste! Levy comes running towards me. When he sees the imp dead, a few steps away from me, and the bow still grasped in my hands, a gasp of surprise escapes his lips. Hi, Nomad! Thank you for the bits! Hi, Leaf! Long time no see. You look very lovely today. Please wish me some luck for this Friday because that's when my the next appointment for the broken finger. How have you been? Did you have a good week, hon? I did! I did have a good week. Lurking for your streams after work. How's it going? What is this game? I am playing a demo. It is an otome demo, a visual novel, and I got hit by a truck and I was Isekai'ed. And I was about to die again from this little imp that wanted to kill me, but I shot it. And now I'm alive, and that is where we are. Yes, welcome. I guess time good to relax after work. Cozy times.
Celeste, what happened? Did you kill this demon by yourself?
That's not the voice I expected from him. He's got a very timid voice. But I guess he is a timid man. He's a shy boy. I opened my mouth to explain the situation, but my voice sounds raw and shaky.
I killed the demon.
Begone, demon! Levi kneels down before me.
My lady, can you walk?
I don't think so.
I'll carry you.
No, there's no need for...
Yeah, I don't think last time, when we played the demo of this, it had full voice acting. The only voice acting parts there were in like the CG sections. But now, there's voice acting for the speaking lines outside of there. I don't know if they're intending to do the full game like that. They just said for the first 2 chapters, there's voice acting. Because this is just a demo currently. This is an updated demo. Levi takes me in his arms bridal style. The bow slips from between my fingers.
My bow.
My bow.
Don't worry about the weapon. I will return for your bow later. Right now, it's of utmost importance that I carry you back to the safety of the mansion.
But it's...
My bow!
No buts. Let me do my job, for once.
Letty walks towards where we left our horses. Or so my memory as Celeste recalls. So, I really am Celeste now? I'm part of the world of the Saint of the Golden Bow. So I need my bow. I can't leave my bow as in the title. Even though I was supposed to die. So what will my survival mean for the story now? It changed from a BL to an otome. So cute. All washed up, my lady. Oh, I really am so small. I'm so tiny. I'm itty bitty. After an awkward bath, where I had to let my maid Linda wash me, I'm finally dressed in a nightgown and allowed to rest. My body feels weak. The shock of dying, reincarnating, and then almost dying again finally taking a toll on me. I yawn. I'm going to lie down. Okay, yeah, it's still partially voice acted, so there's voice acting in some areas, but not everywhere. I see. Is there anything else you need from me? Ah, I forgot I'm supposed to formally dismiss Linda whenever I want to be alone. I'm good for now. I'll call you for later if I need anything. Alright, my lady. She's so cute. They're both very cute. Cute girls are the best. Linda curtsies before me, and then she exits the room. I sink into the softness of the mattress, taking a good look around the room. This place has an undeniably expensive, polished, fancy look. Oops. I wanted to see if I could look at the full room. But I don't know what the button is. I don't know what the button to close if it has a choice to close the text box. But I don't know. I wanted to see the full room. But there's teddy bears everywhere. There's so many teddy bears. It's filled with teddy bears everywhere. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 teddy bears. Cause, well, I mean, kind of a teddy bear on the desk. I'm gonna count it as a teddy. All kind of a plushie. So yeah, 4 teddy bears, 1 plush rabbit. Very cute, very girly, very pink. Somebody has tried very hard to make the atmosphere more feminine. If the army of teddy bears can be called feminine instead of creepy. And I know it wasn't Celeste. You have cinnamon chips? Are cinnamon chips good? I don't know if cinnamon chips sound good. But if they're good for you, then that is good. Oh, you like them. The Celeste the book mentions is quite the tomboy, caring little for girly things like dolls and decorations. She doesn't have good social skills. She lacks proper manners, and she dances like an elephant. Instead, she's great at archery, hunting, and riding horses. It's plain chips of cinnamon sugar. Oh. I've never had chips that flavor. I'm glad you enjoyed them. Crunch, crunch, crunch. However, this society deems all of those activities inappropriate for a lady, and thus she doesn't have many friends. I don't have any friends. Oh no. No friends. That's sad. Sounds so much like me in my past life. And the only 2 people who really like Celeste are Levy, who for some reason, that isn't really explained in the book, adores his lady, and... Oh yeah! I think the plot was I have a twin sister. Hello, my twin sister. This room looks like it's more meant for you than me. I'm dressed in purple. You are dressed in pink. I require a purple room. Celeste, are you alright? Though I would like the pink room. Are they in Alabama? Why? Why do you always ask that, Raven? We're gonna be playing. This is not the game where they live in Alabama. That's for later this week. Cause there'll always be that one guy there. Oh my goodness. Sweet home Alabama. Celeste, are you alright? Celeste's twin sister. Edudice? Edudice? No, I don't think her name is Edudice. Yuridice? I don't know. Yuridice is what is gonna be your name. I don't know how to properly say your name. I don't know how to say these fancy names. The book also briefly mentions Eden Dai, you know, she's just Eurydice. Eurydice, that is your name. Cause that's the only way I know how to pronounce your name. Actually, wait. Google Translate, tell me how to say her name. I don't know. Eurydice? That's how Google is telling me this. It's say Eurydice. Eurydice. That is how Google is saying her name is pronounced. I don't know if that is how it's properly pronounced, Eurydice. So hi, Prinny! We died! We died and we got Isekai'ed. As part of Levy's backstory, simply describing her as the more ladylike twin who loves pink and romance novels. Her name's too fancy. E is just easier to say. E for easy. Wait, died in a VN? How? We got hit by Truckcoon and we were reincarnated. I feel Celeste's emotions for Eurydice. You know what, E. Your name is E. For E in my heart, though Celeste really cherishes her sister. Your name is too complicated. E. Celeste? I'm alright, thanks for worrying about me. She rushes over to my bed, fixing the pillow under my head and helping me sit up. Well, of course I'm worried about you. You're my beloved sister. What would I do if I lost you? You almost lost me today. I almost died. Again. It's fine, I've been through worse. Levy was with me. Should I be tough? I'm fine, I've been through worse. Or should I say Levy was with me? Levy didn't really do anything for me. I'm fine. I'm fine, I've been through worse. Be tough like Grandma's cookies. Yeah, I'm tough. I'm a tough cookie. I quickly sort through Celeste's memories looking for an appropriate event. Remember that time I stole Marquise Hall's prize mare and rode her into the woods until she threw me off? Then Father and Levy found me lying in the ditch? Oh, okay. They looked for that horse for days. As though the missing horse is the most important part of the story. Your whole side was bruised, and you got ill from the cold and the damp. But you nursed me back to health, didn't you? Of course! Someone has to take care of you when you don't bother to take care of yourself. I really would like to know what happened today, though. Levy babbled about something about a demon? I'd like to know more too, for that matter. Hello, Father. Father walks into the room without knocking or otherwise warning us of his presence. The joy I felt at talking to E momentarily evaporates. What happened today that's left you so disheveled? I look at myself. I did get quite roughed up from diving into the bushes earlier. My hair tousled and my skin covered in small scratches. Linda fixed me up though. Now I'm clean and neat and wearing a fresh nightgown. There's nothing disheveled about me. As you can see, I'm fine. Thank you for asking. Father huffs. Huff. You and your sister's 18th birthday is in 3 days. We're leaving for the capital the day after tomorrow. If you're not healed up and in top form by then, I'll be up and running by tomorrow. My body feels tired. My father is tired. He's tired of me. My body feels tired and heavy, but it's nothing a bit of sleep can't fix. I see E scoot slightly to the left as if taking a step away from Father's negative energy. You'd better be. I don't want you to ruin the golden bow ceremony for your sister. You're forbidden to leave the mansion for the next 3 days. Father, why? We should just let it go. We'll just let it go. We won't pick a fight. We won't do that. I open my mouth to tell him off, but my eyes land on E. She shakes her head slightly. To honor her wishes, I decide not to agitate Father any further. All right. I nod. I don't feel like going hunting or horseback riding anyway. Someone would quickly notice that I'm not as good at those activities as Celeste should be. I'm still not sure how much of her skills I can access for myself. Levy set me in front of himself on his horse to return us to the mansion earlier, so I have no idea if I actually know how to ride a horse myself. I only rode a horse once or twice as Celine when I was a kid, not nearly enough to match Celeste's experience. Now tell me what's happened. I killed a demon. I killed a demon, Father! Are you proud of me? Are you proud of me, Father, for killing a demon? You what? Levy said you two had an encounter with a demon, but I assumed he was the one to kill it. I shake my head and smile. I shot an imp with my bow. What was such a monstrosity doing in the middle of Locardi Empire lands? We're far from the war front. The imp was conveniently there to kill Celeste for Levy's tragic backstory. I want to tell the truth, but of course I won't. Father and E would take me for a madwoman if I babble about them being characters from a novel. I don't know, but the monster attacked me, so I killed it. Father sits down on the chair next to the entrance of my room and hides his face in his hands. I knew my daughter wasn't much of a noble lady, but this... I'm alive! Be proud of me! My sister and I share a smile. Where was your night when the demon attacked you? I ran off on him again. I wanted to hunt on my own. Of course. A big yawn escapes my lips. I cover my mouth with my hand. Rest. Father gets up and gestures for E to leave. E nods and walks behind him, out of the room. She turns back to me when she's in my doorway and gives me a warm smile. Get some rest. I'll be back later. Finally, they're gone. They're just nag, nag, nag. I sink more deeply into the bed, making myself comfortable. Oh, there was dolls in there too. There was bears and dolls in my room. It doesn't take long for me to fall into dreamless slumber. When I wake up again, the rays of morning sun pour into my room. Oh, the lights, it burns!
I just needed you to know.
It burns!
I love you.
I get out of bed and stretch to make sure my body's working properly. I feel refreshed after my long sleep. No more weakness in my limbs. Everything's in order again. I walk to the desk and sit down. I take a fresh sheet of paper. I hesitate when I realize there's only a quill for writing, but I won't be stopped. I produce a few scratchy letters. Also, thank you for the love. Thank you. My handwriting looks horrible. It seems I can't directly access Celeste's skills after all. That's quite inconvenient. I can manage to write with a quill, but not very well, and only in English. I have to write down everything I know about the web novel, Saint of the Golden Bow, so I can organize my knowledge of the world and line up with Celeste's memories. Let's start with the basics. Saint of the Golden Bow is a romantic tragedy fantasy novel by the Korean web novelist Hanul Kim. I read the English translation on my favorite web novel and comic apps. The story was supposed to be turned into a web comic and had promo art, which is how I was able to recognize Levy immediately. His design is in the artwork, even had him in the same outfit he was wearing on the day of the demon attack. Maybe I should also write down... Let me drink some water. What a web novel is. Wait, I know what a web novel is. Why'd I click that? Well, in case you guys don't know what a web novel is. Since the beginning of the 21st century, web novels have been immensely popular in South Korea. A web novel is a novel first published on the internet. Readers unlock chapters and interact with what they are reading by posting comments. Web novels tend to be very long in order to maximize engagement. What's a web novel? Sounds like a breakfast cereal. Yeah, don't you eat web novels for breakfast every day? That's how you start your day, by eating a web novel. Just go munch, munch, munch. Saint of the Golden Bow was an exception. It wasn't that long of a book, but it still got over 100 chapters. Nah, that is for the weak. Eat your breakfast, Pranny! Eat your breakfast! Now, coffee and egg biscuits. That's not really a breakfast. Coffee is not a breakfast. It was translated to English and published on one of my favorite web novel and comic apps. I was grateful for the chance to read it in English, as I don't know Korean. Yeah, I know what all these are, so I'm gonna say nothing else. I know, I got the basic, that's enough. I know what those are. You Mandarin muffin. Nothing else, I've got the basics, that's enough. I get up for a moment and wander over to the mirror. I touch a hand to the glass. Look at me, I'm adorable. I'm adorable. The design of Celeste wasn't included in the promo art. I take in my new features, violet hair and pink eyes, a slender figure. You marmalade muffin. There's no denying it. I'm really not Celine anymore. Celine anymore. The understanding that I have reincarnated into the novel finally settles in my mind. I feel calm, calmer than I ever thought I would be if something out of a novel suddenly changed the course of my life. As strange as this situation is, I'm Celeste. And I have her memories. Stop getting isekai! I can't keep saving you! Save me, Tara! Save me! I've been isekai'd! Also, can someone please give Tara a shout out? Look, I got purple hair! Got purple hair like you, Tara! Come get me when you want to go home. Okay, if you can pick me up after school. Tara's gonna pick me up after school. So sweet. Ah, you're so cute. I hope you've been doing well, Tara. It's good to see you. I walk back to the desk and sit back down. The book Saint of the Golden Bow starts with Celeste's death event. Levi was in love with his lady for years, but the actual love interest of the story is Prince Noah. I'm going to be interrupting their love. I'm gonna be the third wheel. Celeste has to die at the beginning of the book to make Levi feel at his lowest when the Golden Bow chooses him as the saint. Why did Celeste save herself if she was said to be so great at archery? It's possible for me to use my mediocre skills to defeat the demon. She's like, yeah. Dang, Celeste. Must be book logic. She had to die for this. She had to die for the story in The Saint of the Golden Bow to proceed the way it did. It was a plot point for character development. Soon after Celeste's death, Levi's quest to save the Leafuchii Empire from the Demon Queen begins. He doesn't go alone. Noah, as well as the High Priest Elgil, how do I say his name? Elijah? The second love interest both accompany him on the journey. Noah and Levi fall in love. Elijah falls in love with Levi too, but Levi chooses Noah. Oh, there was a BL love triangle going on. Spicy. When the final confrontation with the Demon Queen happens, the love Noah and Levi share is an important component of defeating the fiend. Through their love, the magic of the weapons becomes stronger. However, this story is a tragic one. Even though Levi defeats the Demon Queen, he perishes in the process. Noah and Elijah live on, and peace returns to the Leafuchii Empire. I remember crying at the end of the book. I've read the novel twice, Saint of the Golden Bow. I've had to say the title. Had to say this title so many times. Saint of the Golden Bow is really one of my favorite stories. Just really gotta take a drink every time I say Saint of the Golden Bow. But soon, it's gonna be Saintess of the Golden Bow. I still don't appreciate being reincarnated into this world though, especially not as Celeste, whose only purpose in the story is to add angst to Levi's life. I didn't die when I was supposed to though, and now the story has continued regardless. I wonder how many things will change now because Celeste is alive. Will Levi still be able to fall in love with Noah, despite the fact that I'm still here? He seems pretty hung up on Celeste after all. I look into Celeste's memories to examine her feelings about Levi. I sense a mixture of emotions. Anger, awkwardness, desperation. Celeste didn't like to be on the receiving end of Levi's feelings. She badly wanted him to stop looking at her with romantic intentions. What Celeste really needed was to have a friend in him, not a lover. As a noble lady, she especially found his feelings for her inappropriate. She's like, sorry, but I just see you as a friend. Just a friend, nothing more. I can't quite hate Celeste for being cold to Levi now that I know how distressed she was about his love for her, but at the same time I do pity Levi. If Levi was so in love with Celeste, though, how did he move on to Noah so quickly? His change of heart wasn't really explained in the novel, and I remember some people voicing their opinions on the forums about how unrealistic this plot point was. If Levi and Noah didn't fall in love at the end of the quest, will Levi still be able to defeat the Demon Queen? The story is getting remade! And you are the love interest now! Because the original story wasn't good enough. It had to be rewritten. I shudder. What if I've broken the story beyond repair by avoiding my demise? On the day of Celeste and E's 18th birthday, Father takes us to the capital to attend the Golden Bow ceremony. Levi had his 18th birthday a few days ago as well. Since he's of lower standing than the Count's family, Father got the approval of the church for Levi to attend our ceremony together with us instead of his own a few days earlier. Now Levi and I stand in the middle of the chapel in the royal palace in Solus, Leafuchii Empire's capital. Behind us are many other people who will be tested. It's Pink Hair Boy. Hello, Pink Hair Boy. Before us, the High Priest Elijah Sovereign takes a spot behind the titular Golden Bow and the fabled artifact that will choose the saint one day. And that saint will be me! It is me! Hi, Stingy Dash! Hello! Hi. I hope you're having a good day. I know that day will be today since Levi is the one who will be chosen. Or will he? I the bow with suspension. Light reflects off its gold-covered surface. The design is pretty and elaborate. Looks like a pain in the ass to use as a weapon. Too ornamental for my taste.
We are all gathered here today to see if the Golden Bow, the weapon given to us by our Lord to help us one day defeat the vile Demon Queen, will finally choose its saint.
I got a moment of a break. A little break that I did not have to read. Thank you, Elijah.
On this beautiful morning, when the sun's rays fall through the windows of our chapel, let us give our gratitude to the Lord. He has given us means to end the war that has been raging for so many decades.
I've never been particularly religious, even in my past life. I especially don't believe in a fantasy god, but...
Let us give our gratitude.
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 20 years ago, the blessed blacksmith was
not
bestowed
sound like she
with
meant
the Lord's
that.
inspiration
Like, let's
and
give our
crafted
gratitude.
the Golden Bow.
Yeah. Blah, blah, blah.
He worked tirelessly, day and night, until finally, he completed the artifact. Ever since then, the people of the Leafuchii Empire have sought to be tested on the day of their 18th birthday by the Golden Bow. The artifact will choose its wielder. That person will become the saint and be tasked with defeating the Demon Queen, who has terrorized our borders for 23 years. I will now call forth today's attendees to be tested. Each of you just needs to touch the Golden Bow once, and its judgment will be bestowed on you.
Elijah takes out a sheet of paper and reads the first name from the list. E. Daughter of Count... E. Decadrice. Daughter of Count Decadrice. E approaches the bow. She puts a hand on the artifact. Nothing happens. Of course. What else did I expect? Levi is the saint. The golden bow will only glow for him. A frown appears on the high priest's brow as he reads the next name. Celeste Decadice. Daughter of Count Decadice. I take a deep breath and step onto the podium, reminding myself I shouldn't expect anything. I put my hand on the weapons. For a moment, nothing happens, but then the bow glows, its lights getting brighter and brighter with each second. The light feels scorching hot. I close my eyes, worrying I'll go blind if I don't.
You must fight on.
You must fight on. I hear the angelic voice again. Was the bow the one speaking to me when I reincarnated? Or was it the god of light himself? The thought that I may have been addressed by a deity is frightening. No. Gods aren't real. You're not religious, Celine. The golden bow. The burning light makes my skin feel like it's on fire, so I take my hand away from the bow. But my arm continues burning, the searing pain climbing up my arm to my chest. Ah! I scream. My head is spinning. The pain is too much for me to handle. I want it to stop. Stop. Lady Celeste! Sister! Darkness takes me into its comforting embrace. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Ugh, I feel so groggy. I'm in the guest room of the apartment that was assigned to our family when we first arrived at the palace for the ceremony. Lady Celeste can't be the Saintess of the Golden Bow. The role is too dangerous for her. I turn my head to the left. Levy and E stand by the door. Neither of them notice I'm awake. Just imagining her going on that dangerous quest to defeat the Demon Queen makes me terrified for her life. We have to stop the Church and Empress from declaring her to be the Saintess. Levy, it's not for us to decide who the Saintess is. Neither is the choice of the Church or the Empress. It's the God of Light who singled out Celeste to be the savior of our empire. This must be some kind of mistake. Levy, you're committing blasphemy here. You can't go against God's wishes. But Lady Celeste is... Look, I know you're worried for my sister, but please mind your words. If someone other than me hears your opinion about God's choices, you may get in trouble. So I really am the Saintess of the Golden Bow? I see this game is in like anime style. I wonder, can you speak Japanese, Leafu? No. I unfortunately cannot. I've tried learning Japanese, but I can't stay committed to practicing studying. I never remember to do it on a regular basis. At the most I can do is try to say the words if I'm doing like a cover in Japanese. But that's more just trying to copy it, not actually learn it. Also, hi Cuckoo! I'm doing good! Nice to see you around. I hope you're doing well too. I wish I knew Japanese though. But it is hard to learn another language. You gotta be really devoted to learning it. And I just don't think I have that commitment. Levy and E turn to me. E runs up to the bed and takes my hand in hers. I'm doing well. Was headed to bed but wanted to wish you an amazing stream. Oh, thank you, Cuckoo. I hope you have a good sleep. Thank you for stopping by. Bye-bye. Celeste, you're awake. How are you feeling? Fine, I think. Just a bit tired. You really scared us in the chapel. You screamed like someone was tearing you apart. The light of the bow entering my body felt like it was burning me. That sounds horrible. I squeeze E's hand, trying to comfort me. I can't be the Saintess. It was supposed to be. I cut myself off when I realized I almost just said that Levi was supposed to be chosen as the saint. Why me? I don't want to be the Saintess. I don't want this responsibility. I don't want to be the main character. It's no fun being the main character. I'm sure you'll do fine. You're excellent at archery. I'm not as confident about my fighting skills as E is. Celeste may have been good at wielding the bow, but I can't access her full abilities. Judging by my handwriting, I can only manage the bare minimum of what she could do. I'm not proficient in any of her skills. What's going to happen to me now? The Empress has summoned you for an audience, 3 hours from now. What does the Empress want with me? She didn't say, but we think she intends to personally congratulate you on your new role. Alright, I suppose I should start getting ready then. First, High Priest Elijah requests to check on you as soon as you woke up. Check on me? With his light magic, he wants to see if your body and mind are alright after being touched by God's grace. I would really prefer to be alone now, but there's no time for me to mull over what has happened. Okay, you can tell the High Priest I will see him. I'll go bring him here. Bye, Levy! Bye-bye! Levy turns around and walks out of the room in long strides. E gives me a comforting smile. Everything's going to be okay. I hope so too. Silence falls between us, but it's a cozy, warm kind of quiet. I get the feeling that no matter what happens, E will support me. I have such a sweet twin sister. She's so sweet. I envy Celeste for having such a great sister and friend. And she's like, I wish I had that in my own world. Maybe I should ask her to clarify some things for me. E, what exactly does it mean to have the role of the Saintess? You will have to defeat the Demon Queen by shooting an arrow from the golden bow and striking her heart. You're also expected to become a person people look up to. What do you mean? Someone who people believe will save them. Someone strong and reliable. I don't want responsibilities! No! I already think you're plenty strong and reliable. Now you just need to convince the people that you are. I see. There's also the matter of the Saintess needing to be a key player in the politics of the Empire. Though without the support of a faction, you won't be able to achieve much. A faction? Yes, the Empress rules the Leafuchii Empire, supported by the Empire Consort. She has only one son, the Crown Prince Noah. Then there are 3 factions in court, each respectively led by a duke, a duchess, and a viscountess. Do these factions have names? The warlike faction is led by Duke George. They want the Empress to increase support for the war efforts of the Empire. The artistic faction is the group of nobles who flock to Duchess Penelope. They want the Empress to focus on supporting creative patronage and research while diverting financial support from the war. Then there's the conservative faction, led by the Viscountess, Letita. They pride themselves on not siding with any political opinion outright. They support the positions of the other factions as they see fit and try to maintain balance among the politics of the Leafuchii Empire. Finally, there's the head of the church, Head Priest Elijah Soren. He offers the priesthood's opinion and input when it comes to political matters. That's a lot to remember. She's like, my head is going to burst. That's a lot of information. The political side of being a Saintess will come into play more once you complete the mission to defeat the Demon Queen. You don't need to worry about the politics for now. Am I part of the church now? You're not the priestess, if that's what you're asking. You're still a noble, so you can marry someone of noble standing if you'd like. You're not sworn, like the clergy, to only marry within the church. Ah, I remember this subplot regarding Elijah. He was unable to be with Levi because Elijah was only allowed to marry someone from the priesthood. Forbidden love, a popular trope. They cannot be together. It was an unusual plot point for a web novel to explore, a religious figure falling in love. Still, people had admired the offer for bringing something different to the table, even though the main ship had remained Noah and Levi. Marriage, that feels so far away. We're 18 now, so Father will probably help us find suitable suitors soon. I would like to marry for love, if at all possible. Love. Love was one of the components needed to defeat the Demon Queen. Levi and Noah's love. Would I have to fall in love with someone now that I was the Saintess? Do you have someone in mind for marriage? What? Maybe. You can tell me. I'm not going to tell anybody. Maybe another time. I'm not ready to admit it myself. Alright. Do you have any other questions for me? I'm happy to help. Let's see. Which questions? How long has the Empire waited for the Saintess? What do we know about the Demon Queen? Those are all the questions I have right now. How long has the Empire waited for the Saintess? How long has the Empire waited for the Saintess? As the High Priest said, the Golden Bow was created by the blessed blacksmith 20 years ago, before we were even born. They say he worked tirelessly day and night for 2 weeks to create the artifact. The design was bestowed upon him by the God of Light himself. The blessed blacksmith said God told him in a dream that the Golden Bow will choose its saint when the time is right. Only the saint can wield the weapon and harness its power. What kind of power does the Golden Bow have? Light-aligned magic. The kind of magic that priests wield. It is said that only an arrow shot from the artifact will be able to kill the Demon Queen. The usual fantasy world MacGuffin, then. For plot reasons, other weapons can't harm the ultimate boss. Right, makes sense. It doesn't, but he doesn't seem to be aware of how ridiculous it is that only one weapon wielded by one special person can kill the enemy that the Empire's been fighting against for decades. She's like, that doesn't make sense at all, but I'm not going to destroy your beliefs. That's what you believe in. After the Golden Bow was created, the whole Lokhari Empire and our allied kingdom of Durendal were tested to see if the Saint was among them. But the savior wasn't found. Later, it was decided that every person would get tested on their 18th birthday, as suggested by the blessed blacksmith. 20 years passed, but the saint still wasn't found, until now. What do we know about the Demon Queen? What do we know about the Demon Queen? The people who have seen her say she was a beautiful woman, except she also has 3 horns. She has 3 horns. 3 of them. She can't lay down and rest her head because she has one on her back, the back of her head, and she can't lay her head down. It's a sad life. Except she also has horns, a tail, and a 3rd eye on her forehead. She's far from human. She's cruel and dangerous. She kills humans without mercy. She commands an army of demons, vile monstrosities. You saw one. Was it as ugly as they say? The imp wasn't pretty, that's for sure. The war has been going on for 23 years now. Over that time, 1/3 of Lokari's empire lands to the east have been ravaged by war and infiltrated by the demons. They leave only ruins behind when they take over a town. Their fire is said to be ever burning. You'll have to travel east to defeat the Demon Queen. She's taken up residence in the Kolmon Castle. It used to be the seat of the Duke. It used to be the seat of Duke Kolmond and his family. But they had to abandon their homeland to defeat demons 10 years ago. That news doesn't make me want to go to the border at all. It'll be like walking straight into the maws of the enemy. I fear you won't have a choice in the matter. The Empress decreed long ago that once the Saint or Saintess was found, they would immediately embark on a quest to defeat the Demon Queen with a party of the most capable fighters. I don't wanna do that. I don't wanna. I just hope you won't have to leave too soon. I think I'll need some time to learn to wield the golden bow and to accept the whole situation. I'm sure the Empress will understand. Those are all the questions I have right now. Those are all the questions I have for now, at least. Thank you for helping me sort through everything, sister. That's what I'm here for. One thing's certain. The people of the Lokari Empire have been waiting for the Saintess for ages. A lot of faith will be put into your abilities. A lot will be expected from you. I don't envy you. If I could, I would share this burden with you. Thank you. I'm really moved by E's dedication to me. High Priest Elijah and Count Dekriais have arrived. They can enter. Elijah comes into the room, followed by Father. Levi closes the door behind him, remaining in the living room of our apartment to guard the entrance. When my gaze meets Father's glare, I don't know if I should laugh or cry at the fact that his disposition towards Celeste hasn't changed, even now that she's become the Saintess. I decide not to say anything to Father while Elijah is around. I don't want him to witness a fight between us, and I doubt I can hold my tongue right now. May I sit beside you? Sure. Elijah approaches and sits beside me on the bed. Excuse me, but the cutie is Hoshi. You are the cutest little ham. Also, can someone shout out Hoshi, please? And thank you. Nah, is Leaf. Nah, it's Hoshi. Hoshi is the cutest little nugget. But yes, go follow Hoshi. Hoshi can finally play video games. Now that they don't have a computer that's dying. How goes this stream? They're making me have to do things. I don't want to do things. I don't want responsibilities. I gotta defeat the Demon Queen. I didn't want this. I don't wanna do it. I don't wanna be the main character. So kidnap Leaf to do games? Yes, kidnap me. I'd love to play more games with Hoshi. More games with the ham. That would be a lot of fun. Elijah approaches and sits beside me on the bed. I need to touch you to make sure you're healthy. Is that alright? Is that how light magic works? As someone who reincarnated here from Earth, I have little knowledge about magic. It's not like that! It's not what it seems! It's It's not what it seems, Hoshi! It's not what it looks like! Hey, hey. At least he's asking. We can respect him for asking, at least. He's being a gentleman and asking. Consent is sexy. Consent is very sexy. We love consent. Consent is very good. Always get consent. I don't remember a scene like this one with the High Priest in the book. Come to think of it, Levi didn't faint after touching the golden bow. He must have a much stronger resistance to the pain than I do. Celeste doesn't know much about magic either. She has no magical powers of her own. After all, nobody in the Detritus family does. I look at Elijah. He stares back at me with a patient smile. The High Priest is young for his position, but also really attractive. I never thought I would consider a guy with pink hair dashing. He's cute. I think he's my favorite design in the game. He's a cute boy. I like his fluffy hair. I would like to head pat him. I wish to give him head pats. I clear my throat, though I can do nothing to stop my cheeks from burning. Alright, go ahead. They're touching foreheads. Shield your eyes, everybody. They're touching foreheads. That's so scandalous. That's almost as scandalous as holding hands. Ellie just surprises me by leaning his forehead against mine. In public? In front of her father? Oh my goodness. Before I can protest, an aura of white surrounds his body. Oh my, how rude. We love the Nup Nup. The Nup Nup is best. An aura of white surrounds his body. He really is working his magic on me. I close my eyes and focus on I focus on how warm his magic makes me feel. His touch is pleasant and warm. I become strangely comforted. Before I realize what I'm doing, I lean in closer towards him. Elijah's nervous and surprised chuckle makes me snap out of the comforting embrace of his magic. Your response to light magic is rather strange. I'm sorry. No, don't be sorry. The way you're drawn towards my magic is peculiar, but it's also worth studying. I never met anybody who reacted this way. Perhaps you'd be open to meeting again before we leave on the quest, so I can further study my magic's influence on you. It's like, maybe next time we can touch noses. We can go further than the forehead. We can touch the noses. Sure, we can meet again for research purposes. Yes, research purposes. Absolutely. His affection went up. Let's go! Sure, we can meet again. I'm likewise curious about why I felt such warmth when the High Priest touched me. I'd also be interested in learning more magic about... I'd also be interested in learning more about magic in general. My office will be open for you. Oh my goodness, his office will be open for me? Wow. Spicy. Lady Celeste is healthy. I can also confirm that the golden bow's magic has entered her body. She's the Saintess. I hope you won't embarrass me. Thank you for the checkup. You're welcome. I'll go now. Let the Saintess prepare for the audience with the Empress. I'll be present there as well. Thank you for your time, High Priest. Till we meet again. When Elijah leaves, Father turns to E and Levy. I would like to speak to Celeste alone. E and Levy give me worried looks, but can do nothing else but leave me alone with Father. What did I do? What did I do? So you've gone and done it. Done what? Made yourself the center of attention again. First you fight with bears and wolves, then a demon, and now you scream like a madwoman in the middle of the Grand Chapel? And when you wake up, the High Priest confirms you're the Saintess? I didn't choose this. It just happened. Huh? How could you possibly carry such an important role? An immature person like you could never become the savior of humanity. I didn't want to become the Saintess. I didn't even choose this. And now you're actually admitting that you didn't want to be chosen by God? So you're a Saintess who rejects being a Saintess? Where's your faith, God? Is there no right answer for you, sir? It seems whatever I say is going to make you upset. As much as you're a bad fit for the role, you should still carry it with dignity. I'm not sure what Father wants from me, other than another opportunity to belittle me. I have to wonder why he hates Celeste so much. Celeste's feelings don't supply me with a direct answer, but as I continue to tap into them, a wave of resentment towards Father suddenly washes over me. And now you're mute? You know what? Stand up to Father. No, I can't let him belittle me. Maybe Celeste gave up long ago on interacting with Father, but I can't let him assume he has the right to abuse me. I may not be the right choice for the Saintess, but I'm going to do my best at fulfilling the role. Just watch me. Father laughs, a mean, unamused sound that chills my bones. You're going to further embarrass this family as you struggle with being a key player in the Leafuchii Empire politics. Do you think being the Saintess involves only shooting the bow? What about bringing hope to all of humanity? What about displaying excellent propriety to earn the favor of the political factions of the Leafuchii Empire? We'll cross that bridge when we get there, okay? The role of the Saintess is wasted on someone as useless as you. His words correspond to fears that have already bloomed in my soul. What if I really can't fulfill the role of the Saintess properly? What if Father is right? Get ready for the audience with the Empress. And when we're in the throne room, do your best not to demean the decorous name. All I can do now is nod and watch him leave the room. Oh, it's the cutie again. A moment later, Linda appears in the doorway, ready to prepare me for the audience. 2 hours later, I follow a step behind Father. We walk through the corridors of the palace to the throne room, where the Empress and the Emperor consort are waiting for us. We walk in silence. The mood sours thanks to my earlier conversation with Father. Maybe I should use this opportunity to ask Levi, or, putting my pride aside, Father more about the Empress. I don't remember her very well from the novel. I know she's the mother of Noah, the main love interest, and that they have a strained relationship, but no matter how hard I try, I can't remember why. Let's ask Levi about the Empress. I'd rather talk to you than the father. Father'd be like, ah, you don't know about the Empress? You stupid! You stupid! I gestured to Levi to even his pace with mine. When he does, I speak in a hushed tone. I don't want father to notice us and join the conversation. What kind of monarch is Empress, Miriel? Levi looks at me engagingly. Oh, engagingly. Why do I say engagingly? Endearingly for a moment, letting out a small sigh. Oh, he's blushing. My heart skips a beat. Have I said something wrong? Her Majesty is called the Radiant Lady because she loves to adore herself in gold. Her other name is the Son of the Empire. Her husband, the Empire consort from Durendal, our allied country in the south, is the moon. However, the consort doesn't have much political power. But what is your personal opinion on the Empress? Am I allowed to talk about the Empress so freely? It's like, that's kind of a heated topic. I don't know if I can talk about that. Please do. It would be a great help to help me know. Blah, blah, blah. Please do. It would be a great help to me to know your thoughts. Well, I fear the Empress, even though others look up to her as a great ruler. You fear her? Yes. She's the ruler of our country, and she can be quite strict with her judgment. She upholds the law, after all. I see. We may also end up seeing the Crown Prince Noah today. He's called the Mad Prince because he often publicly disagrees with the Empress and Emperor consort. I've heard he's quite unruly and opinionated. Seems like an interesting person. You could say that. I stop walking when I realize father has stopped as well. I look past him to see High Priest Elijah waiting for us in the front of the huge set of double doors. High Priest Elijah. Hello again, Saintess Count Decuris. Are you ready to enter? Father nods in response to Elijah's words. Before I can protest, I feel like I've barely scratched the surface of what to expect from this audience. Let's enter. The guards in front of the throne room entrance open the door and Father and Elijah enter the hall. I turn to Levi as a commoner. He won't be allowed to say anything during the audience, but I still want him present at my side. Come with me. You'll only be able to stay by the door, but I want you to be there for this conversation. All right. I enter the throne room as well. Now, Levi following behind me. The Empress is sitting on her throne, and the Empire consort is lounging in the smaller chair next to her. A man stands in front of the pair. His clothes are no less colorful than mine, but I feel like his outfit is a simpler design than those of the men I've seen in this world so far. The embroidery on his vest is beautiful, though. A tangle of vines and flowers. Is this how commoners of this world dress? When our group moves in closer, I notice tremors have overtaken his body. He clenches his hands at his sides. Your Majesty, I beg of you, please help me. The Empress's smile freezes the blood in my veins. She stares at the man with such contempt, and I quickly realize what kind of ruler I'm really up against. My son, he's sick, but I have no money for medicine. Please, please. Let me use the magic of the priest free of charge. Elijah's mouth falls open and he takes a step towards the man. But Father grips his shoulder and he shakes his head and he says in a low voice, "You don't want to antagonize the Empress." Elijah nods and mouths back. "I will seek out the man later." "Why would I grant you preferential treatment? Be gone. I have more important matters to address." The Empress's gaze lands upon us, and she beckons with her finger for us to approach. Ignoring the man's protest, 2 guards drag him out of the throne room. Well, she really is dressed in gold. Even her hair is gold. Just everywhere is gold. And then everywhere else is dark blue for the other guy. When we come closer to the monarch, I can clearly see why the Empress would be called the Sun of the Empire. Her golden dress and crown glister in the sunlight falling through the floor to ceiling windows of the throne room. But no matter how beautifully dressed the Empress is, her smile makes me think I'm a mouse in front of a lion. At last the prophesied Saintess stands before me in the flesh. I smile and make my best attempt at courtesy, following Celeste's memory. The wince on my father's face tells me I failed to move properly. Father and Elijah make smooth bows. "Thank you for the chance to have an audience with you, Your Majesty. Grace to be in your presence again, O radiant lady." Of course! How could I not gaze upon the chosen heroine with my own eyes? The Empire has been awaiting her for 20 years. For over 20 years. Though I'm surprised your daughter is the one who turned out to be the Saintess, Count Alaric. A nervous chuckle escapes Father's lips. She indeed possesses an affinity for archery, Your Majesty. So I've heard. Your daughter doesn't act much like a noble lady, does she? She does have the reputation for enjoying quite boyish activities. Father's face turns a beet red. He's embarrassed because of me. It seems the Empress finds me lacking as well. And having her, out of all people, displeased with me is not good. It's known that Count Isekai'ed has 2 daughters. The one who's the perfect image of a noble lady, and the one who's a tomboy. There's nothing wrong with tomboys. Girly girls are good, and tomboys are also good. Both are good. I suppose the girl that stands before us, although dressed in finery, is not much of a proper noble. Silence falls in the room. Suddenly, I'm not reading properly. Silence falls in the room. Everyone looks at me, expecting me to answer. Under the sudden attention, my mouth goes dry, and I can't find my words. Why did I think I would suddenly gain respect by becoming the Saintess when Celeste's questionable reputation has been spreading for years? Father's already told me I was lacking. In a sense, it's quite good that everyone expects Celeste to be quite lousy at oh gosh, I know this word, but I'm blanking on how it's pronounced. Adequate. I blanked for a moment. After all, I have no idea how to curtsy or properly use fancy utensils or dance like a graceful noble lady. I'll do my best to be a proper Saintess. I don't want to fail the Empire, be it at archery or proper behavior. So you want us to believe that you're suddenly going to improve your etiquette skills and your knowledge of politics? That's what it's expected of me now, isn't it? So I will focus on honing my skills with the golden bow, but I will also work hard to fulfill the political side of being the Saintess. Our conversation is interrupted when the door to the throne room burst open. Someone's making an entrance here. Very dramatic. He's made a dramatic entrance and he's in a dramatic outfit. It's very dramatic. A well-posed, tall, blonde man enters the room in a dramatic fashion, his cloak waving behind him in a sudden draft of air. He is Noah, Levy's love interest in the book. Hey, if you don't be dramatic with your entrance, then what is the point? You right. Boy knows how to make an entrance. A handsome guy. Noah's skin is darker than most Lokhari Empire nobles, but only slightly. He's inherited most of his features from the Empress. When he spots me, a smirk appears on his face. His red eyes shine with mischief.
Knock, knock. Did I miss anything?
Knock, knock. It's me.
Fashionably late as always, my son.
So I get a moment to not have to read. Yippee!
If I missed nothing, there was nothing to miss. This is the Saintess, right? Count Decoris' tomboy daughter.
Yes, that's me.
Yeah, what about it?
You're good at archery, are you not? Better than you are at etiquette, at the very least.
Yes, I'm quite good with the bow.
Quite. Then you'll be perfect for the role of the Saintess.
Yes, quite. Yeah.
How can you say that? If a lacking individual takes up such a high role in the hierarchy of the Empire...
All the Saintess needs to do is shoot the golden bow and hit the Demon Queen straight in the heart. Then the war will finally be over. Is that not what you want, Mother?
Mother?
I want peace more than anything else.
I feel like there's more to this statement than I can decipher with my incomplete knowledge about the Lokhari Empire politics. I never paid much attention to that aspect of the book when I was reading, too excited about the romance and adventure parts. Caw! Burb! You missed Tara! Tara was here earlier! But welcome! And Celeste didn't really pay attention during her lessons either. Together, we know next to nothing about the Lokhari political situation. Please don't worry about anything, Your Grace. I'll defeat the Demon Queen and bring peace to the Empire. The Raven lives. You better. I'm watching you. Empress Muriel gives me a long look. After a moment, the confident smirk that Noah inherited from her is back on her face. Excellent. Then there's nothing stopping us from proceeding with the mission to defeat the Demon Queen, is there? Noah, you will be the one leading the Saintess quest. Noah's eyes widen. He opens his mouth, then closes it. But you will lead the Saintess quest, and you will take the 20 best men from the Palace Guard, the Mage's Tower, and the church to accompany you. And you will leave in a month. In a month? So soon? Shock makes my heart beat erratic. With my current archery skills, I'm nowhere near ready to defeat a powerful enemy so soon. Is there a problem? You said you're great at using the bow, and that's all you need to be a successful Saintess, right? I can't deny her words, and neither can Noah. After all, we're the ones who just made those claims to her. I simply thought we'd have more time to prepare. There is no more time. Not with the Demon Queen's army closing in more and more on the capital in recent years. I think you and the Saints are ready enough. But do you question the Empress' judgment? The Emperor and Noah glare at each other. Noah doesn't respond. He just turns around and walks toward the door. Noah, you will prepare for the quest and depart in a month. As you wish, Your Majesty. You will accompany the Saintess and my son on their quest as well, High Priest Elijah. The Saintess quest will be an important moment in the history of the Lokhari Empire. I wouldn't want to miss witnessing the Saintess defeat the Demon Queen. I will organize a ball to celebrate the finding of the Saintess tomorrow evening. Be sure to attend, all of you. The Emperor is a man of little words. I don't think he said a single thing in that whole sequence. He didn't say a single word. He just stood there, aura farming. We all reply, "We'll be there." And after some final departing words, we're dismissed. After the audience, I ask everyone to give me some time alone. I'm too overwhelmed by the recent events. I need some time to think. I take a sheet of paper and a quill, and I begin to scribble down my thoughts. I survived my deathly events, the demon attack in the woods near the Decrius mansion. That's why Levi is likely to continue to love Celeste and not become interested in anybody else. I'm not really the Celeste Levi loves, though. I have her memories and a portion of her skills, but I'm basically Celine in Celeste's body. I'm just not Celeste recollecting a past life. Instead, I, Celine, have taken over Celeste's body at a pivotal moment of her life. Does that mean Celeste is really dead? I don't sense her presence living alone. Living in my body, which is a relief, truth to be told. I preferred being alone with my thoughts. Still, the idea of her passing is sad, even if I'm conflicted about her treatment of Levi. What were the two components needed to defeat the Demon Queen again? The first one is firing an arrow imbued with the golden bow's light magic at the Demon Queen's heart and actually hitting the target. So I'll need to practice both archery and accessing the bow's magic. I suppose training with the bow will just take time, though I have little to spare. As for wielding its magic, that's something Elijah will know more about, given that he is a light magic user. I scribbled down that I'll need to talk to Elijah about the golden bow and its magic. There's also a second component to defeating the Demon Queen, one that follows a story trope more than practical logic. Noah and Levi's love make the magic of the golden bow stronger. I'm scared. This situation isn't just a story in a book anymore. It's my reality. Levi, Elijah, Noah, Father, the Empress, they're all real people. They aren't acting according to the script either. The plot of the book has changed. It's a real world now, with unpredictable consequences. And I'm at the center of this new story. Levi dies at the end of the book, despite defeating the Demon Queen, despite Noah's love for him. Will I die again too? If I have to fall in love with someone, who should it be? Levi, who blindly adores his lady. Noah, who has been burdened with leading the mission to defeat the Demon Queen. Elijah, who is a priest and can't marry someone unless they're part of the church. Or should I pick someone else entirely? The next evening, Linda gets me all dolled up for the grand ball. The Empress is throwing in my name. At the ball, I find myself sitting at the table, staring at silverware I have no idea how to properly use. Celeste's memories aren't helping me much. The servant puts a salad in front of me, and I pick up one and and I pick up one of the forks. There's an offended gasp from my left. I look at the noble lady sitting next to me. She's almost purple in the face, staring down at the fork I'm holding. I'm sorry. I'm trying my best. Wrong piece of cutlery then. I put it down and take another in my hand. I steal a sideways glance at the noble. She doesn't seem to be offended anymore. This one must be the right fork then. When everyone starts eating, I dig into the salad too. But it tastes like paper to me. Blech! Paper salad. I'm nervous. My hands are clammy.
So you've become the Saintess, Lady d'Aquarius.
Oh gosh, he sounds like Sea Dog VA, but I don't think he's Sea Dog. But he sounds like him. Wawa. The man to my right, Duke George, if Celeste's memory serves me correctly, strikes up a conversation with me. He's a young duke and a powerful player on the battlefield of the Lokhari Empire's politics. I'll have to do my best not to say anything, not to say or do anything strange.
Yes, despite my surprise, the Golden Bow has chosen me.
Well, now that you carry such an important role, do you plan to improve your knowledge of etiquette?
He points at my salad. Oh, come on, what am I doing wrong this time? The Duke smiles, but his expression isn't unkind.
You have no idea what you're doing wrong, do you?
It does kind of sound like Sea Dog, just a little bit. Well, the more he's talking, the more I'm like, no, it's clearly different. But yes, it's got a little bit in there.
I don't.
May I?
He extends his hand to me, and when I don't protest, he touches my hand gently to modify the way I'm holding the fork.
Oh, come on, George. You're spoiling the fun.
The lady to my left has a cruel smile on her face. Shoot, I really was eating the salad wrong after all. My cheeks heat up from embarrassment, and suddenly I find it hard to breathe. Now that I'm the Saintess, I will be watched closely. The nobles are all going to be laughing for weeks about the way I eat the stupid salad. I just know it. There's a lot of avocados in there. A bit too many avocados. Excuse me. There's a tightness in my chest, which makes it hard for me to breathe. My heart is beating so quickly. I can't be there anymore. I can't be here anymore. I have to get some fresh air. Are you okay? Duke George calls after me, but I walk quickly to the terrace. They're laughing at the ways to make avocado salad. Once I'm away from the throne room, I run into the gardens. I stop only when I reach a small pond. Here I put my arms around my frame, trying to control my breathing. Let's go to the garden. You'll find something waiting right there where you left it, sitting upside down. Breathe, Celine. In and out, in and out. Don't cry, don't cry. You'll ruin the makeup Linda spent hours putting on you to make you look like the real noble lady. Didn't think I would run into you here. I turn around when I hear the voice. It's Noah. He's drawn his sword, and his usual mocking demeanor is not present. He's completely serious when... Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? He suddenly puts the sword against my throat. My heart beats so loudly that it feels like it could jump out of my chest, this time from fear. Does no one want to kill me?
I wish I could just kill you and be done with it.
He does want to kill me. He does, but why? Suddenly I remember the scene. I fangirled over it when I was reading the novel. This is the scene where Noah puts his sword to Levi's throat. It's overly dramatic, and most of the readers of the novel interpret it as a romantic interaction. And now she's like, oh, maybe that wasn't romantic. Maybe it wasn't a charming interaction I thought it was. But now I think this setup is just ridiculous. I could take a step back at any time from the coldness of the steel, and my neck would be safe. I give Noah a long stare. He's looking at me seriously, as if he's really pondering if he should harm me. I don't believe he actually will. I will entertain his antics for a while longer, just to see what he has to say to me. Oh my goodness, it is a Shiro! Hello, I have a sword to my throat! But hi everyone! My name is Leafuchii, your lovable fox gremlin VTuber, and we are playing a demo of an otome where I was reincarnated. And right now I'm being threatened. Well, maybe not really threatened, but he's thinking about it. He's thinking about killing me. It's like, should I? I don't know. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. Love you, Leafu. Love you too. You were playing Dokapon. It is a game I have heard about. I've never actually played it, but I've heard about it. I hope you had fun. But yes, back to this. I will entertain his antics for a while longer, just to see what he has to say to me. I want to know how much the scene changes with me here instead of Levi.
Why do you want me dead?
It's going good.
Because you're the reason I have to go on the mission to kill the Demon Queen. And so soon.
Yeah, well, if I was dead, you'd still have to do it. Just with a different person, so... Ha! Ha 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 ha!
If anybody less capable than you had been chosen as the Saintess, Mother wouldn't have told us to leave within a mere month.
Well, if you're so capable, why do you care that it's in a month? I'm glad he thinks so highly of my archery skills. Especially considering how little the nobles think of my adequate skills, but he's wrong.
I may not be as great at archery as you think.
That fact would change nothing at this point. Mother is now convinced you can defeat the Fiend.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have also hyped her up about it.
This is a suicide mission. None of us will come back from the quest.
Even though I remember this line from the book, my eyes widen.
How do you know we won't return?
His words almost feel oddly like foreshadowing for what happens in the book. Noah seems to seriously believe what he's saying.
20 people going deep into demon-ravaged lands to enter the Demon Queen's castle and kill her. What could possibly go wrong?
He's really convinced we're going to die on this quest. I can see the desperation in his eyes.
Can't you convince your mother to postpone the date we leave, or to increase the amount of people we can bring with us?
I've already tried. She doesn't want to listen.
She's just a stubborn old lady.
It's almost if she wants to set us up for failure.
I feel like there's a lot about the relationship between the Empress and Noah that I don't understand. It's painful to watch him suffer under the heavy weight of so much doubt.
Look, I'm afraid of the mission too. But I don't want to give up. I won't just roll over and die. I'll keep fighting until the very end. No matter how the mission ends, I want to be sure I've done everything I can to fulfill my role properly.
Huh. You think you're You think giving your best is going to be enough to defeat the Demon Queen? Are you not afraid of death? I'm very afraid, but what else am I supposed to do? What would people think if I just hid in the countryside in my father's mansion? The citizens of the Lokhari Empire have waited 2 decades for the Saintess. I may not fully believe in myself, but I can't simply give up. Salty, thank you so much for the follow. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. We have a month until we leave. I'll spend that time improving myself. You're the Crown Prince. You should lead by example as well.
You're right. I can't just give up.
Yeah, don't be a quitter. I must also see the mission through until the end. I'm sure you'll do great on the quest. I hear you're an impressive fighter. I'm not as sure we'll succeed as you are. Oh, I have a little water left. Like a sip. But I will stretch.
I think we're getting near the end. I don't know if more was added from the previous demo. Stretch!
But we shall see. I'm not as sure we'll succeed as you are, but you have given me something to think about. I don't want you to die, Your Highness. Please don't dwell on failure so much. I'll try. Just know it's fine. We're teammates now, I suppose. I like the sound of that. I'll continue trying to get Mother to delay the deadline for us to leave. I would appreciate more time to train. Right. Time to go back to the ball then. Without sparing me another glance, Noah walks past me towards the terrace. I look out of the and then she sang. Hello, donkey. How are you? I look out at the water of the lake and take a few deep breaths. I really hadn't expected Levy's scene with Noah to play out for me. I also didn't end up responding the way Levy would have done. Our encounter didn't turn romantic at all. Yet my heart is beating quickly, regardless, because I'm still scared about so many things. The stress is catching up to me. I fall to my knees on the soft grass. I can't hold back my tears any longer. I'm tired. I'm terrified. I want it all to stop. Tears overflow. Looking into the lake, I allow myself a moment of weakness. Why is this happening to me? I don't want to be Celeste. I never wished to be the Saintess. After a while, I realized no matter how much I cry, this new reality won't magically change for me. The sooner I accept my fate and put my energy into the things I can still influence, the better. With renewed purpose, I get up and walk back towards my room. Screw the ball. I'm not going back there only to be ridiculed further. I don't want the whole Imperial Court to continue watching how terrible I am at being a noble lady. I'm walking down the corridor towards the apartment when I hear someone running behind me. Celeste! Levy calls me by my first name like he always does when it's just him and Celeste. It's something the two of them agreed to do when they were younger, before Celeste grew to avoid him. Levy stops before me and looks me up and down, checking for injury. Hello, Leaf. Doing good. I'm back from therapy, finished my food, and going to work on my friend's birthday present. How are you? Oh, are you drawing them something? And I'm doing good. Just playing the demo, the updated demo. Wait, I think after this scene is where it stopped last time. I don't know if it's gonna stop here again. I don't know if they've added more, but we shall see. We shall see, we shall see. Where have you been? I didn't notice when you left the throne room. You're not supposed to go anywhere without me. Father's orders, I know. I just forgot. I realized I haven't been thinking about how Levi would feel if I suddenly disappeared yet again. I'm not concerned about failing to follow his orders. I'm genuinely worried about you. He blushes and looks away. After a moment, he looks back at me with a worried expression, then looks me up and down again. You're all right, are you not? He focuses on my face and frowns. You've been crying. He must notice my smudged makeup. I was, but I feel better now. Yes, her birthday is today, but it's nowhere near from finish. I gotta lock in. Yeah, lock in. You got this. I was, but I feel better now. What made you cry? When I see the sincere worry on Levi's face, I want to tell him the truth. I'm just overwhelmed by suddenly becoming the Saintess, by having to carry the burden of saving the whole empire. I look down, tears welling up in my eyes again. Celeste. I look back up to see Levi staring at me with love and adoration. Oh, he's all blushy again. Blushy. It hurts me on the receiving end of such feelings, knowing that they aren't really for me. No matter what happens, know that I'll always stay by your side. You had a 3-stream streak. Let's go! I'm sorry to drag you into this quest with me. He would have been caught up in this mess anyway if he were the same, but now he's coming along anyway as Celeste's knight. Don't say that. I swore to always protect you, did I not? Back when I became your knight, remember? I recall Celeste's memory of that time. They were both 14 back then, and Levi took a knee in front of her and swore he would protect her until death did them part. Yet, I'm not the one whom he swore to always stay beside. That person was Celeste, so he should be free of the oath since Celeste is kind of dead. He's kind of dead. Levi, you did a terrible job, honey. You already failed. The real Celeste is dead. I can't tell him the truth, though. On the spurge of a moment, I gesture towards Levi. Lean down, please. You're too tall. Too tall for what? Levi gives me a puzzled look, but compiles with my request. Chew! Chew. A little smoochy smooch. I press up on my toes and kiss him on the cheek. Not as Celeste, but as Celine. Because I genuinely feel grateful to him. And I don't know how else to express myself right now.
Celeste?
Celeste? Levi blushes a deep red and gets flustered. Only when I lean back and smile at him do I realize I shouldn't be doing something so intimate to a man who loves the woman who once inhabited this body. I might be sending him the wrong message, especially after our earlier conversation.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
I just wanted to express my gratitude.
I let out a sigh.
You always do your very best to protect me. Thank you, Levi.
Oh, it's Levi? I've been calling him Levi this whole time. Oops. Whoops. I'm sorry, I couldn't even get your name right.
You're welcome, but it's my job to take care of you.
I know you're not doing it just because it's your job.
You made his name so girly. Hey! The name is Levi in Avengers. And he's a man. So his brother. He's Levi. You saying he has a girly name? Hi, Short! Hi. It's Leviosa! Nya. I turn around and start walking towards my room before Levi can reply. Let's go, Levi. We need to rest. Training starts tomorrow.
Yes.
There we go. I said his name correctly now. Oh, there's more. The next day, I begin training with the golden bow on the palace training grounds. Much as I expected due to its elaborate design, the bow proves difficult to use. I send arrow after arrow flying at targets, but I only hit once out of every 10 times. I can't speak. Well, because there's more, I'm gonna get some water. So I'm gonna mute for a second. My body kind of died there for a moment. I am back. I got some more water. The Leafu returns. And good night, Shadow. You may already be gone. But good night. Not only are my bow skills rusty, but the weapon isn't cooperating either. Finally, too frustrated to continue, I give up. I'll try again tomorrow. I make my way to my room with Devi following behind me. This is a suicide mission. We're not going to come back to Solus alive. Please, Noah, don't say such things in public. What if someone hears you? He still believes it's a suicide mission. I thought he had a little bit more hope, but no. At the end of the corridor, two people stand up to the side talking. The one who said something about a suicide mission is Noah. After a conversation in the garden the other day, his words don't shock me. What does surprise me, though, is that he is openly talking about his feelings to someone else. Who are you talking to? Oh, hello? I hide behind a pillar and take a peek at the other person. The dark-skinned knight with her hair in buns must be Tariq, Noah's right hand and the leader of the palace guards. She's wearing chest armor with the Leafuchii Empire royal insignia on her chest, characteristics of the guards. The leader of the mission should believe in the quest's success. You can't be her doubting her ability to defeat the Demon Queen. It's just, I have a really bad feeling about Mother's request, Harik. Why is she pushing us to go on to the Demon Queen's castle so soon? Why can't we wait a few months until everyone feels ready and has practiced fighting as a team? We can't go against the Empress's orders. You know that. She said her reason for the rush is that the demon army keeps getting closer and closer to the capital. Yet the fiends are at least 3 weeks journey away from Solus on horseback, and they haven't made any significant movements toward us in at least a decade. We've got time. The Empress seems to have a different opinion on the matter. I just don't trust her. Noah, watch what you say. What if... Suddenly, she turns around and unsheaths her sword. Who's there? She noticed me. Step out and reveal yourself. Oh, you like that, apparently. I step out from the pillar, revealing myself. Oh, if it isn't the Saintess, welcome. Hello. How much of the conversation did you overhear? I told you, Your Highness, you should be more careful. I'm sorry for eavesdropping. I was just curious. Noah takes a step closer to me. Oh, you were curious about me? Oh, he's putting on the suave now. I didn't say... He leans in closer to me, his face level with mine. I didn't know you were so interested in me, Celeste. That's not what I meant. I'm very pleased to win your attention. If you want to know more about me, how about we get together for tea? I'm not... Would tomorrow afternoon be okay for you? He's not letting me get a word in edgewise. Anger rises in my heart. I'm not interested in you. I take a few steps back, putting distance between us again. Noah chuckles. I don't appreciate you flirting with me. Is that what I'm doing? Now you're playing dumb? You clearly are. The other day he wanted to kill me, and today he's playing with me. What a frustrating guy. I'm leaving. I rush towards my rooms, my footsteps heavy. I feel furious at Noah for making fun of me. Levy falls behind me like my shadow. It's like, yeah, you don't flirt with her. Levi, I call him Levy again. Whoops. I didn't catch myself that time. I spend the next few days training with the golden bow. I increase my accuracy rate, but I'm still struggling to wield the weapons. You were doing it for the past 5 minutes. Oops. Whoopsies. Hi, Crookin. What's a Crookin? We are playing the demo of Saintess of the Golden Bow. We'll probably be playing for about like 34 minutes. That's usually when I end. Because I don't remember how long they increased the demo. I think they told me, but I forgot. Shame on me. In the afternoon, Elijah approaches me. I shall go to nap. Love you all. Bye, Sword. Thank you for stopping by. Bye bye. How's the training going? Should I be honest with him? I hesitate, but I know I'll need his help to access the bow's magic. I will be honest. Training's not been going great. Honestly, the training is not going great. I feel like the bow is fighting me for control. The bow is supposed to be semi-sentient. The issue may very well be that it hasn't fully accepted you. Hasn't fully accepted me? What should I do to make the artifact approve of me? Unfortunately, I don't know. I wanted to ask you something ever since I was chosen as the Saintess. You're the High Priest, so you know a lot about holy magic, is that right? As much as a human possibly can, I'm the strongest light magic user in the Empire. Ah, that's right. I remember that part from the book. Everyone thought Elijah would become the saint, but on his 18th birthday, he didn't get chosen. The previous high priest abdicated at that time, passed the role on to Elijah. That's how Elijah came to have such a high position at such a young age. The novel also said Elijah's magic is abnormally strong. Could you teach me about light magic? Sure, but you have no magic of your own. You know that, right? I nod. Celeste was never a magic user, and that fact didn't change when I took over her body. But I do have to defeat the Demon Queen with the golden bow. It's magic, right? So is there a way for me to access it? Ah, yes. Artifacts like the golden bow do carry their own magic. You don't have to have a magical affinity of your own to use their power. Although, already being trained in wielding magic would help you understand more easily how the bow's magic is used. I can at least practice the I can at least explain the basics to you, and then with practice I'm sure you'll catch on. Please teach me what you know about the artifacts holding magic. Sure. She is so small. Small. Elijah moves behind me, touching the hand I'm using to aim the golden bow. Close your eyes. I will pour some of my light magics into you so that you can understand how magic flows through the human body. To access the golden bow's magic, you have to pull some of that magic towards you and let it enter your body. Be open to it. Don't struggle against the magic. I close my eyes like Elijah commands. I feel his grip on my hand growing firmer. He's standing behind me, his chest pressed against my back so I can feel the heat of his body touching mine. Oh, scandalous. The contact is quite intimate. It makes my cheek flush with embarrassment. So scandalous. Then I feel Elijah's magic enter my body. It's a gentle stream, not quite as strong as when he examined me for injuries a few days ago. Still, I can feel the magic coursing from my veins. Relax with Elijah. The feeling is so comforting that my body relaxes against Elijah's, leaning back against him more. Ah, so cozy. I hear a chuckle behind me, and Elijah lets go of my hand, taking a step back. No, don't take that pleasant feeling away from me. No! More cuddles! More cuddles! The loss is so, poignant. I almost want to throw myself in Elijah's arms to feel his closeness again. She's like, cuddles! Cuddles! More cuddles! It's like his presence and magic have filled a hole in my soul that I didn't even know was there. Now that the completeness is gone again, I feel hollow. You're quite susceptible to light magic, I must say. Elijah's smile brings me out of the haze, and I was left in by his magic. I blush a deep red. I realize I wanted... What exactly did I want just now? To throw myself at him? I barely know him. And it was only his magic making me feel drawn to him, right? My sudden yearning for Elijah certainly had nothing to do with him. Only his magic, I think. I'm sorry. Don't be sorry. You couldn't have done anything to control your reaction. Though I would like to know the source of your interest in my magic. Did you notice how my magic flowed through your body? I did notice. I noticed too much even. Yes, I did. You must convince the golden bow to let you access its magic. Then pull the power towards yourself and let it course through your body. Only by doing so, you will be able to aim that magic with your arrow and strike the Demon Queen when the time comes. I use my staff as a way to store more magic. Even though I have magic on my own within my body, I can only use more powerful spells with the staff's help. Just like what you must do with the bow. I draw the magic of my staff into my body so I can release the power as a bolts of light. The human body is a conduit for the artifact's magic. I'll try it out. Great. Now regarding your pull towards my magic. Elijah takes my hand in his. For a moment, through our joined hands, oh no, they're holding hands. I can feel the flow of his magic again. I lean it towards him. It's really peculiar how you're drawn towards my power. I've never seen such an affection for someone else's magic in anybody else. So this sort of thing doesn't happen often? Not at all. I'll ask some of the other priests about the matter. Maybe one of them will be able to shed light on the situation. In the meantime, there's something I'd like to ask of you. Instead of training, could you come to the priest's wing tomorrow? I'd like to explain to you more about your duties as the Saintess of the Golden Bow. My duties? Yes. Did you think the only thing the Saintess has to do is defeat the Demon Queen? I understand that as a Saintess, I'm supposed to be a key player in the Lokhari Empire politics. But with so little time before we leave on the quest, I don't want to start taking part in the politics of the country just yet. Voicing your opinion in court is only part of what it means to be Saintess. The people of the Lokhari Empire have been waiting for the processed heroine for 2 decades after all. Therefore, you're expected to show them you're a proper Saintess, so their hope for the Lokhari Empire can continue and grow. Hope is such a fragile feeling. One has to take care of hope and nurture it. If the fire dies out... Elijah trails off a faraway look of melancholy on his face. The expression makes me wonder what he's thinking of. I have no courage to ask, though. How should I show the common folk that I'm a proper Saintess? It would be best if I explained everything to you tomorrow. Come to my office at 9 in the morning. Bring the golden bow. Alright, I'll be there. After Elijah leaves, I return to practicing archery. I try to pull the bow's magic towards me, like he instructed. But I can't replicate what the high priest did. Even so, I keep trying. There's too much at stake for me to give up so easily. The next morning, I walk down the corridors of the palace towards the priest's wing. Levi has been a tremendous help by showing me where the church's part of the building is located. Now turn right. How do you know where the priest's wing is, Levi? I came here with another knight who was injured during training, so he could get the priest to heal his wound. Ah, that makes sense. We should be close. We take another turn right and walk down the corridor until we end up at the most impressive door in the hallway. This should be where High Priest Elijah works. I'll wait for you by the door. Alright. He's got his own room. He's got his own office. I knock on the door, and after hearing a faint come in from the other side, I enter the lavishly decorated room. To the left, numerous cabinets support shelf upon shelf of fixed-spine books, while a large, beautiful painting hangs on the opposite wall. Oh, aren't you the ladies' man? Oh, got ladies everywhere. Oh my goodness. 3 people sit behind desk. To my left, a green-haired... Oh, that's a man! Oh! Oh, that's a man. Oh, I didn't know. I'm sorry for misgendering you. To my left, a green-haired man is focused on some large stacks of paper. He looks up when I enter and gives me a gentle smile. His table is decorated with shining crystals. How curious. To my right, a priestess with red curly hair looks up from the architectural plans for a huge building upon which she's been drawing with red ink. Her face lights up with a bright smile. At the podium in the back is Elijah's desk. Welcome to our office, Saintess Celeste. That's the Saintess? I'm happy to finally meet you. I'm Meredith, Development Overseer. Currently in charge of leading the construction of the cathedral in Solus. I didn't even know there was a cathedral being built in the capital. Further evidence of how little Celeste cares about anything other than hunting and horse riding. Welcome, Saintess. I'm Gareth, the financial administrator. Gareth and Meredith are my trusted confidants. Together, we take care of most of the important matters concerning the Church of the God of Light. Pleased to meet both of you. I'm Celeste Clarius, the Saintess of the Golden Bow. Today we'll talk about what it means to be the Saintess of the Golden Bow, and I'll show you some of your duties. We'll go to the east side of Solus. The journey will take around an hour. We'll be taking a carriage to get there. Meredith will accompany us. I'll hop off the cathedral construction site so I can perform my duties as the overseer there. What about Gareth? We can't fully close the office because someone might have an important request for the High Priest. I'll stay here and take care of the piles of paperwork. Gareth gestures to the stack of papers on his desk. But his gentleness doesn't change into a scowl. Maybe he likes working with documents. I've got something for you, Saintess. For me? Yes, here. Meredith takes a package from the shelf behind me and hands it to me, barely hiding her excitement. What is it? A proper suit for the Saintess. Am I getting a new outfit? Ooh la la. Clothes? You can use my living room to get dressed. Elijah gestures to the door near the podium on which his desk stands. Meredith walks towards the entrance. Puzzled, I follow her. We enter a cozy living room with beige and brown decor. Vegetation is even more plentiful here than in the office. Does the High Priest like plants? Ah, yes, he believes nature is a gift from God. That's why he surrounds himself with plants and takes care of them. Do you not feel the same way about plants? I believe everything that's around us has been created by God, the God of Light. But I don't attach a special meaning to plants. For example, the cathedral we're building in Solus is a way for us, the faithful, to prove to God we're using the abilities he has given us so he can accomplish amazing things. Hi, Michi. Michi, why were you streaming? You're sick! What are you doing? You're sick! But hello everyone! My name is Leafuchii, your lovable Gremlin Fox VTuber. Hi. I saw you also were playing the updated demo of this too. But I might take a break soon. Because I started it from the beginning again, and I don't remember how much they added on to it. And getting a little tired from talking, so I might I might end soon. Stretch. The cathedral once built will be the largest building in the capital. It'll be proof of what we can achieve with our hands and minds. Hi, Jing. Hello. Hi, 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 hi. Hi, 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 hi. That sounds wonderful. Gareth, on the other hand, is enamored with the rarer and more beautiful creations of the God of Light, especially gems and jewels. That's why he surrounds himself with gleaming items, as you've seen on the table. Also, he's constantly looking to establish new crystal mines on behalf of the church. The crystal mines that belong to the church are the source of most of our wealth. So to sum up, everyone in the church sees different creations of the God of Light as signs of his godhood. You can find your own way to worship God as well. You've made me feel a lot of respect for worship. I'm just trying to get all Elijah's points up because he's my favorite so far. He's cute. You've made me feel a lot of respect for the different kinds of worship. Never thought there could be so much to having faith in the God of Light aside from praying to him in the chapel. I've never been particularly religious on Earth, so I was never interested in following the religion of a fantasy world god. However, now I can see how faith in the God of Light is an important part of Elijah's, Meredith's, and Gareth's lives, all in different ways. I respect how devoted they are. I'm glad we could express our faith to you as well, Saintess. I'm sure you'll find your own best way to worship the God of Light. In the meantime, we'll continue showing you signs of our faith, leading you by example. But I've been taking too much time. Well, I said that completely wrong. But I've been talking way too much. Yes, I have too. I've been yapping a lot. Leafu is ready for a break. The High Priest is waiting for us. Open a package, please. I ripped the packaging apart to reveal an outfit very similar to Meredith's, reminding me of a nun. You want me to wear this uniform? Yes. You're going with Elijah to the east side of Solus on behalf of the church. It will be a good sign to the people if you show up in public wearing an outfit befitting of a Saintess. All right, but what is it? I thought I wasn't part of the church since I'm the Saintess. You're not, but this is about symbolism. Are you uncomfortable with wearing this outfit? Did someone say break? I'm gonna break your kneecaps. I'll fight ya. No, it's okay. I'm just surprised. It's going to be fine. I'll help you get dressed. Meredith helps me put on an outfit, and we leave my hunting outfit behind in a neat pile on the armchair. Aw, I'm cute! What a cutie patootie. She looks like a cute little nun. I look down at myself and feel like I'm finally starting to play the part of the Saintess of the Golden Bow. I truly do look like a proper Saintess in this nun's robe. I think I understand the symbolism of changing into a church outfit. After all, I'll be meeting people who need me to bring them hope. We leave Elijah's apartment and enter the office again. Oh! Elijah's eyes widen when he sees me in the Saintess outfit. I blush, embarrassed by the scrutiny, and suddenly feel self-conscious. Do I look strange? No, you look wonderful. It'll be easier for you to get into the role of the Saintess this way. You'll soon see. Okay. Elijah picks up 2 large leather bags and gestures to the door. We're ready to go. We'll be back in the afternoon. Good luck with the paperwork, Gareth. I'll be okay. We leave the priest's office, making our way out of the palace. We board the carriage with a symbol of the sun on the side. Levy takes a spot next to the coachman at the front. After half an hour of traveling, we stop in front of a large construction site. Meredith calls it her stop and hops out of the carriage. We continue traveling for another hour and another half an hour. We've reached the eastern gate. Excellent. Stop just beyond the gate. I want to give the Saintess a good tour of Eastern Solace. Understood, sir. The carriage stops and Elijah opens the door. He walks out of the carriage and extends a hand to me to help me down as well. I take it and get out. When I see what Elijah has so enigmatically been preparing me for, my mouth drops open. This is for next time because I'm gonna save here. I'm tired. I'm tired, Grandpa. We're gonna stop that for now. But that's too damn bad. Keep streaming. No! I want a break! We got 20 more hours to go! No! That's too long! That's too long! But thank you all so much for joining me. I had a good time. I think we are... I feel like we've started the Elijah route. Of the demo, at least. But let us end here. And we are gonna go find some people to raid. I'm gonna go to my ending screen, actually. Oh, right. Let's first do a raid on YouTube. Bum 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 ba-dum bum. Redirect. Let us go raid. Let's go raid Luto. They're playing Hollow Knight. Oh, they're gonna go for a lot of pain. Maybe one day I'll play Hollow Knight and feel that pain, but that day is not today. That's not today. Alright. Bye, YouTube. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.